put tea into the hopper here. And then we're going to put the lid on. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go for number 3. Press this button 3 times. And then I'm gonna press start. And you can see that it starts to whisk. Oh, goodness. So,
cheers.
Cheers, okay. Let's look. Fantastic and organic. Yeah. If you're like me, when I first got this unit, I'm like, oh, I don't want a machine whisking for me. I want to whisk it myself. You can override the self-whisking function, and you can mill into your favorite matcha bowl, and you can whisk away. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is going to be, but this is going to be perfect because if it's 1 gram, that's exactly what we need for the grind gauge. And I don't know,
How much do you have?
we got 1.2 grams.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, we did just put it in. So emptied out on the second setting. It's going okay. It's going okay. So we need 1 gram for our test. So we're going to quickly do that test. This is something we wanted to find out, right? So we're going to say, okay, on my... And you were saying that to get the grind test, you actually... Currently, you send it off to a lab, right?
Yeah.
And then what I'm doing here is I'm actually creating a bit of a sludge because we want to make kind of a sludge that we're gonna then put on the grind gauge. Okay, so I'm gonna tare that. Now let's get that 1 gram worth. 1 gram. I should have used my superfine scale. I like to do that more often. But even the way it's going through, I can tell, because I do this a lot, is a little bit coarser than I normally do. But that's still, for a long time, I've been searching for something that people could use at home. And so what you have here is something very beautiful. So it's going to look really nice at home for those who are going to be wanting a beautiful sort of presentation to whatever they have at home. So this is the grind gauge, and we're going to let's do a better job there. So, and how this works is you just take this and you bring it across. So we're starting to see right around here. I would say it's about, it looks like around, I'm seeing some kind of coarser stuff start around there, but that could just be my technique. So I would say it's around in this region. So it looks like to me, and again, I'm not a scientist and I may be using this wrong, is it looks like it's around the 17.5 to 20 microns. There's kind of a bunch here of larger powder that can't fit in. But again, considering you're doing this on ceramic burrs, it's pretty incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my own amateur assessment. Okay, so again, this is the tenchas in the top. It's going through plates that are, I guess they're 2 or 3 times the diameter of what's in the Cuzen. Those are 2 different mill plates. The one in this hand is much coarser than the one in this hand. Yeah. And I'm going to replace the plates easily. You're set back $2,000. Know that. And then I'm going to whisk this up. So this is human powered. Let's taste that. The human powered technique. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice and smooth.
It's smoother, right? There's still like a slight residual. Especially when you get to the bottom of the cup. And then, and what I'm going to do here, Eijiro-san, is I'm going to, because we already did our grind gauge test of the terada this morning. This is some of the yabukita that we've just had, that we just milled. This was milled this morning while we were while we were going around town.
Mhm.
So this is same temperature. And normally I make my Yabukita by Fujioka at 60 degrees. I was trying to think why it has a little bit of acid today. And I think it's more umami forward if I use 60 degrees water, which I think I mentioned in the show. But then I increased the temperature because I thought I'm putting it into a cold vessel. So I should take that into consideration. But probably I would, if I was to do it again, I would do 60 anyways. I think that's just going to taste nicer. Okay, so this is the same matcha milled in a third mill. So we had, this is my big mills, my big industrial ones. To replace the plates on these is around 4,000 Canadian. Let's try that out. So this is again a texture. Cheers. Yeah.
Oh.
That's closer to what I'm
Mhm.
in terms of texture.
Mhm.
But I think personally, flavor-wise, they're all delicious.
Mhm.
Yeah. A smoother material sludge. I don't know what there's probably a better name for it. Okay. So I'm gonna put the 5 grams. Oh. The more I do this, the more I'm like, okay, it's interesting. Okay, that doesn't look good at all. So that's going to be too fine. Okay. 5 grams. Let's see how this does. Try and coarsen it up a bit more. So when it's okay. There's just a lot of sediment up here. That's a hard read. Either maybe my job is bad here. Maybe I need to do a redo because I'm not seeing anything clear here. Tera, that was more like 7.5. What did you think of the texture, like just sensory wise?
That one I think be finer than the other one.
Yeah. Not that it's a competition, but it's just interesting to know. I'll be honest, I'm not getting a reading on this grind gauge. I can't tell where it is. I think it's around here-ish, maybe around 15, but I think I also see some. So if we had time, I would redo the test.
Okay.
But we don't have
have
time.
time.
Yeah. But at any rate, we were able to check out the Cuzen. We were able to compare that a little bit with some texture that we got off of the Terada. We were able to also have the West. We did some grind gauge assessments. We were very productive.
Yeah.
yeah, we were very productive. If people want to go and grab a machine from you, and if they want to get some Tensha from Cuzen, how do they go about doing this?
How what?
Where do they go? What is the website?
Cuzenmatcha.com.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
did you have any final comments that you wanted to say before we say goodbye to everybody?
No, thank you very much. I really enjoyed the conversation with you, and then a lot of experiment. Yeah, let's continue this effort together. Yeah,
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, no, it's fun to do lots of tests and assessments and and learn. Yeah, I love it so much, and I really appreciate you taking this time to share your invention, to come to Victoria in person from all the way from San Francisco, and to see our mills and to talk about milling matcha and your very fascinating history as a business owner, and to share a little bit of our stories. It's been a very meaningful meeting you. So for my part, I'm really grateful that you've made this effort to come out here and see us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for coming on JagaVision.
Yep.
So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Eijiro-san,
Thank you.
for coming on.
ありがとう。
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye. You got to go back though in time and check out some of our old videos, but click subscribe, hit the notification bell,